Alrighty. Ooh, the thing is way behind. Alrighty.
Yes, it is. I noticed that, but thankfully I'll just be paying attention to the chat and not the video.
Don't want to subject yourself to it?
It's not that I don't want to subject myself to it, it's that if I go based off of the video, then, well...
Yeah, I suppose.
I'm gonna be about 10 seconds behind.
Yeah, that will be difficult. We might as well take a couple minutes before we actually start the game to explain what exactly that we're doing here.
We're knitting.
Yes, we are knitting a lovely crocheted sweater for Samus. She's gonna love it.
I have a big bird on the side, and it's holding something for her.
Alrighty, so as for I've been meaning to play Other M for my YouTube channel since before I started doing it, but I had a feeling that I probably would not be able to. Well, number one, I didn't know if people wanted to see it because it's not exactly a popular game, and there's can anyone enter a Steam if they have Skype account and your Skype? Oh, if you mean the Steam chat, if you mean the chat, I suppose that we are going to have 3 people in here a little bit later. But also, part of the reason why we are joined by, I don't know your YouTube username off the top of my head.
My name is the Makaio virus.
I would have said it wrong. I would have said Macchio.
Close enough. No one ever pronounces my name correctly the first several hundred times. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, it's the same for me. I know the feel. Yes, well, the reason why it is the 2 of us here for this instead of just me and Durgan is, well, it's safe to say we have very differing opinions of this game. And
needless to say.
Yes, you don't like it, I like it, so I think it would be a very interesting addition to the series. And so for us to actually have a completely open, no holds barred discussion about the game, all like start to finish. Hopefully get our points out, and maybe give people something else to think about. At least that's what I'm hoping to do.
I'll definitely allow for a worthwhile discussion and won't just be bashing it. Oh my god, shit sucks!
And I will do my best to not just say, oh my god, how could you not like it? It's absolute perfection, because honestly, that's not even what I think. I will...
Super boner.
I will fully concede. It is not perfect. There are many problems with it. I think it's underrated for what it is. I think there are a lot of the complaints that people make I completely disagree with, and I'm hoping to at least explain my perspective as we go.
And I can clarify that while I think the story and the characterization and portrayal is shit, I only believe that the best part of the game, is that, well, the gameplay is merely only bad. It could be worse, but the gameplay is the best part of the game, and at least it can make the game somewhat enjoyable. So it's not that I think the game deserves to be burned at a cross. So it's more discuss this.
Yeah, it seems more like you just sort of disagree with the direction they took it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I will also agree that gameplay could have been perfected. We'll get more into that specifically once we actually start the game up. You were about to say something?
yeah, let's get started.
Yes, indeed. Sorry, Est, no burning this time. Maybe a little later, we'll see. Let's actually get this started up here. Code effect by Tecmo. I didn't know Tecmo was involved in this, I just knew Team Ninja. Huh. Though the only thing from Tecmo I know of is, like, Tecmo Bowl, and I don't even know if they still do that.
Let me do a quick check to see what it else did. What it else did.
Yes, you are showing Jeffrin, and Est, it's Durgan. Consider that's her YouTube name.
I believe Tecmo also did Tecmo Koei, which means I think they did Dynasty Warriors. Let's see here. I believe Tecmo was known for the first Ninja Gaidens, if I'm not mistaken.
You know what? I think actually, right on that screen, the first thing you see in the game is my biggest problem. Unplug all extensions from the remote. I think, even if it's just from a gameplay standpoint, this game would have been so much more enjoyable if you could use the nunchuck. I mean, the reason why a control stick exists is for maneuvering a three-dimensional environment, and when they flat out don't allow you to use it for some completely ridiculous reason, I don't understand why. Yeah, it's cute that you can flip the remote to go into first person, and I get it works, but frankly, I would much rather that just be done with a button if it meant I could move better.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you on there, because I don't think it's that easy to switch between first and third person with just switching the Wiimote
Exactly.
at all.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really say, I mean, you know, it's a cute little idea, but
Oh, I see what you mean.
From a practical perspective, it's...
Yeah, no. It's about as smooth as trying to deflect bricks with your head while wearing an earring that is made of another brick.
Oh. One thing, if nothing else, cuts the cinematics look freaking amazing.
Cinematics.
Cinematics.
Let me see if I can clear some of this nonsense.
I really hope that the stream isn't as choppy as it is on my end. Because if so, that's super depressing. They did do lock-on type fights with Prime, and while yes, that did work, I don't really think that would quite work for a third-person shooter. At least not one like this. Yeah, I kind of wish this scene here was playable. Like, they just start off just dropping right in, pants or not. So that would have been an interesting way to start. May not have actually worked, so I could just be wishing for the impractical, but I still think it would have been cool, at least.
If it had been playable in the same sense that the final chapter of Castlevania Rondo of Blood was before Symphony of the Night actually started. Because when you actually played Symphony of the Night, your initial... Like, as soon as you start, the prologue is the ending scene of the previous game in the series. And you could actually die, and that would kind of be the end of it. I guess I don't... Oh, good, this guy. I guess I am going to have to be subject to the video because it's all I can see. Anyway,
I had been reliving the tragic moments of my recent past.
Her voice is awful.
Awful.
Oh, God.
Awful.
I've been in denial for so long because it didn't bother me at first, but now it's already starting to bug me a little bit.
It's not that I don't like the sound of her voice specifically, it's just that
She sounds bored.
she does. And she also sounds like she kind of had a cranial intrusion or something.
I remember I watched a behind the scenes video on like the voice acting process, and they said that they made it a huge point to her to try and sound natural, but when you try and make someone sound natural, holy shit, this cutscene is awesome, I love it. But when you try and make someone sound natural, it very rarely works.
Like, this, in all honesty, is my natural, but you can still see some inflection in my voice.
Yeah.
Her, on the other hand, is just as complete flat affect. It's like it was a dream. I could have been yada warted. I didn't even read the text. Oh, good! A tutorial! I'm glad they have these! Man, do you guys remember this from the other Metroid games? I was so glad when I first played Other M, and they included a tutorial to show me how the game works, because it's so confusing.
I don't see why people complain about tutorials.
They break flow.
Can I just say, this is like the best morph ball switching I've ever seen. Like, just, I don't know why, but I love it's just like, hey, whoosh, running along, whoosh, and I'm a ball. I love it. I shouldn't, but I do.
Sharp looking charge beam, just the way he likes it.
Ooh.
The thing that I didn't really ever like about tutorials is that, I guess it's nostalgia, or maybe it's just that I grew up with the games that didn't baby you. They just kind of dropped you straight in the action and let you figure it out for yourself.
Well, a game like this, you can't... Figuring out for yourself would not really be the best way to do it, because, I mean, this game gets pretty difficult at times, and the combat system is very specific about everything.
It can be, but they dropped you straight in the action with games like Devil May Cry, Onimusha, and others.
I suppose.
There, this right here, the sense move, I think sort of breaks the game.
Why?
Because all you really need to do when something is approaching you is tap the directional pad in any direction and you dodge. It's
Yeah, but that's
a
the
little
thing.
easy.
They compensate by making every enemy in the game really quick. Even regular enemies, they don't play around. Especially the bosses.
The bosses I actually didn't have that much trouble with. It was just actually... The only boss I think I had trouble with was... We'll get to it later. But... I didn't actually get to address this because I didn't get to see it, but... you are not actually playing on hard mode right now, are you?
It didn't give me a control option, because I haven't... I'm playing on... I'm on my Wii U right now, because I haven't played this on here before.
Oh, okay, so that's why. So
yeah.
You, have no completed data.
Yeah, but, this is a fresh start, I guess.
The reason why I bring up playing on hard mode is... in order to unlock hard mode, you have to 100% the game. Now, there's no hard mode in this game, actually. It would have been more appropriate to refer to this as Metroid Gaiden, because quote-unquote hard mode is essentially no power-ups mode.
Ooh, lordy.
And all of the enemies have increased strength and stamina. So they can easily 2-3 shot Samus, while at the same time, it takes Samus easily in the area of 8 to 10 charge shots to actually kill just, your typical, I guess, pirate.
Hmm.
This area is well fortified, so don't hold back.
Oh, something that we should probably determine while we're here. How are we going to treat spoilers?
I'm going to wait until I actually get to that scene to divulge any information. Except, of course, hard mode, because that's nothing really spoilerific. That's just more of how do you unlock this mode of play. 100% clear it.
Yeah.
Right, you're doing the meeting room.
Hmm.
The big dogs are waiting.
Yeah, we'll save specific points to
Okay,
each
this could not be more jarring.
What do you mean?
I give your suit a nice polish, and then he does that typical Japanese glasses shimmering in the light to hide his eyes that are piercing her body and staring at her naked flesh.
What?
You didn't see that scene just now?
Yeah, I saw it. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have X-ray glasses there.
No, it's just like that thing you see in Japanese cartoons where pervs will always have those glasses that are covered with the glares of light or whatever, and you can't actually see their face, but if you could, you would see these sinister, evil-looking eyes, because I guess that's the scenes they write.
Yeah, well, it's a stylistic choice, I guess. It's probably supposed to just, like... It's probably supposed to be a little unsettling.
The training guy...
Yeah.
Trying to help Samus kind of get back in the rhythm.
Well, I can't really talk about it right now because it's actually a spoiler, but there is relevance to it at least.
Wait. Hmm? Baby's cry is an SOS with the urgency of a baby crying?
Yeah.
And the whole idea is to draw attention?
Yeah,
What?
That's pretty dumb. They're just trying to keep it in with this whole motherly theme.
Specifically for you. Sure, why not? Like the distress signal as you just went past the asteroid belt after delivering the Metroid to the Sarah space station. Of course, that was crying out to you as well, wasn't it?
Well, it might as well. Well, maybe it's because I love terrible things, but super goofy, overly dramatic writing like that, I love it.
It wouldn't bother me so much if they didn't take themselves so seriously. Like, this game and its plot, it's trying to be serious. That's why I'm ripping it apart in this way. But if it were something like Devil May Cry or God Hand never takes itself seriously.
They could have done with lightening up a little. I mean, we even have like an old like a youth best friend character in this game. I almost said in the show. God, in this. Well, I guess that saying "in the show" isn't necessarily wrong, but they could have had like some playful reminiscing or something. But I will agree with that. They could have lightened it up a little.
Deadpool is not so much doesn't take himself seriously. Deadpool is essentially a parody / satire on comic books and the comic book culture, because Deadpool is, for all intents and purposes, immortal. He was cursed with immortality, and this includes his state of mind as well, so absolutely nothing anyone does to him will ever have any effect. He essentially has no weakness. Oh, this was the most fun of this game.
Oh, yeah.
Look around for whatever the hell it wants you to find.
Yep, and then there's never any indication, and sometimes it's in pitch black. This also, I will completely concede, dumb. Did not need to happen. Completely.
Oh, that's what you're supposed to look at. It doesn't actually pop that little red marker until after you've been holding it on there for about 10 seconds, maybe. I'm exaggerating by about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Almost forgot.
What?
Main sector. Here we go. Okay, hold up. Oh, son of a bitch.
What?
Before you proceed any further,
Mysterious black dude.
Anthony.
Yay.
There's only one person who calls me princess.
Anthony,
And that person
there's only
is
one
Anthony
person who
Higgs
ever
of the
calls me
Galactic Federation
princess.
Army.
And that person is Anthony Higgs of the Galactic Federation Army.
Can you tell how excited I am?
A general in the Galactic Federation Army. Not only a trusted confidant, but also my former superior officer. Yes. there was
Bitch,
a time when
what
I
the
was in
fuck
the
are you doing here?
And then I was young and inexperienced. As the result of a certain incident, I left Adam's command and set out on my path as a solitary bounty hunter.
You'd think so. Like, I sensed more emotion in Fusion than I did in Samus from
The
this
first
game.
words out of his mouth were
Yeah.
coming from Adam.
I pegged it, didn't I? What are you doing here? First lines.
Well, I think it's probably because with text you can imagine whatever emotion you want, so you can sort of infuse it with whatever you think is appropriate. When you have someone reading the lines to you, it kind of takes away a little bit of the imagination from it.
And I suppose I like that a bit more. I liked the idea of... I liked the sense of... God, it pierced my heart. Jesus. Are you really that sentimental about this guy? You're supposed to be this very strong and very indomitable spirit, and yet the words of a simple Federation officer pierced her heart.
Well, he's not a simple officer. They say that he was a paternal figure in her life for a long time. When
So you're
someone like
saying
that is
she's
just...
having surrogate daddy issues.
Well, she probably would. I mean, why wouldn't someone in her position?
Did Captain Falcon have surrogate daddy issues?
Well, he's Captain Falcon. He has no issues.
He had one issue. Oh. See, I wouldn't have mind if they did that with the whole look around and examine this. If something immediately showed up and said, hey, this looks strange, as opposed to something on this screen is out of place. Where's Waldo?
Find the little splatter of blood wearing this red striped hat.
Find the splatter of green blood on a green field.
Adam hadn't authorized it, but I decided to remain on site for this.
Okay, before you go any further, God.
Okay.
Adam hadn't authorized it. Daddy hadn't given me permission to do anything. But, pull up your map real quick.
Which button is that? There we go.
I believe it is that.
I got it.
There we go. Okay, I think there is supposed to be a...
Yeah, it shows
think
there's
there's
a
supposed
door
to be
here to the
a-
left.
Yeah, that's, I believe, route going back to the main hangar. Look around in this room. I think there's supposed to be...
I think I see a platform up here. Ah,
yep,
here we
that
go.
platform.
There we go. I never saw this. I honestly like the automatic doors.
They're not too bad. I don't have any complaints against those, despite, the Metroid signature is this door is locked with missiles, super missiles, power bombs, or killing everything in the room. There's nothing in this tunnel. However, there should be something in the previous room. There should be another platform just to the south of it.
Boing, 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 boing.
The spring ball is your friend, and I'm sad that first games didn't include it by default.
Yeah. Spring ball is just one of the best things. What am I looking for exactly?
Get up back on the staircase. I apologize if I'm a little behind, but the video lags a bit. Okay, so switch to first person and look to the left, or right, I'm sorry. A little bit more to the right.
Oh, another platform over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you can reach that, can you?
I cannot? Maybe.
No, you need the...
Nope, here we go. Just wall jump. There we go.
No shit!
There we go. Oh, I fell. There we go. That's something that I honestly think that this game does better than any other in the series. Samus is agile.
At least when she's wall jumping, but when it comes to, like, jumping around in place, not so much.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great blocked. Fuck off.
I need the bombs, don't I?
And guess who hasn't authorized you to use bombs?
What? What about it?
Daddy hasn't given me permission to, investigate this phenomenon on this wall, which could be holding something that might kill me, so I have to go and ask if it's okay.
Well, it's not so much that. He's a very high-ranking person in the Galactic Federation whom she's already on thin ice with. So she kind of has to do it at risk of getting completely booted out of here.
She's a bounty hunter. She can do whatever the fuck she wants.
That's actually not the case. She can pretend that she's doing whatever she wants, but everything she does is because someone told her to go do it. That's literally all she does is follow orders.
A little bit. There's something in this room, by the way.
I'm pretty sure you need bombs for it. I remember it.
No. Hang on. Come back a little bit to the south of the room. Oh, is that it?
Yeah, it's a bomb.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's a bomb thing.
Ball sack.
Yeah.
See, that's 2 power-ups right there that you could have gotten your first time around if you didn't have this whole Adam hasn't given me permission.
Well, how is that any different from I don't have this item yet? I need to come back for it anyway.
Because I'm going to go ahead and spoil this. You don't get to come back for those 2.
Yeah, you do.
Where's the next one?
Oh, well, that was totally fair. I could see those. I had the same problem with friggin' echoes in my Let's Play. It's too goddamn black in here.
You want to know a little fun thing that I did with echoes? I played as much of that game as I could wearing the echo visor.
Yes, I did that as well. I'm glad I'm not the only one that wanted to be a bat.
I believe this room has a secret route that goes back to the main hangar. I think it's that right there.
Yeah, I think it's, what do we got here?
That little steam thing shooting out of the wall.
It appears to be gone. Yeah, there is definitely something here, I remember it. But I...
Can you,
Here. Hooah! Doesn't appear to be anything, actually. Hello?
Can you look around on the... somewhere?
Let's see here.
It'd be easier. Mouse.
Oh. Missiles. Wait, do I not have missiles? Okay.
Oh, Adam hasn't given you permission to use those. Your mouse is on the screen, by the way.
Oh, shit. Why do they call the wall jump a kick climb?
Because Battletoads.
That's like calling your shoot button the blasty-do.
You would be able to get that nifty little thing up there if you had permission to use stuff. But you don't.
I still don't see why this is an issue.
Because the idea of being able to explore with the abilities that you have is really paramount to the Metroid experience. But it's like, you have all of this potential to do anything that you want, but it's being held back because of these, as I said before, surrogate daddy issues, which Samus feels like she needs to have his approval on this shit.
She does need his approval on this because he's the one running this entire operation.
But, again, she left the Federation to be a third-party hunter for that exact reason.
Yes, when she's on the job and there's no one else around, she can get whatever done she needs to get done. But the Galactic Federation always has power over what she is allowed to do.
Not with Prime, or Prime 2.
Yeah, they
Maybe
weren't
Prime
there.
3.
They weren't there. They weren't handling the mission themselves. In here, they're the ones in charge of this mission because it's a very specific mission that they were sent there to do that we don't know about yet. So Samus
true.
wasn't
They were
even
there because they heard a baby's cry. Remember?
That's why Samus was there. That team specifically was sent there. That is something I explicitly remember from before. That team was sent there with the intent of, well, intents that are, I guess, spoilers. Samus wasn't supposed to be there at all.
He's dead.
Is he now?
Someone or something attacked him.
Pretty sure he was attacked by the guacamole monster.
I'm betting he just had the worst sneezing fit of all time.
Just look at this guy. Lyle's a pussy.
It was obvious that there was some
Lyle is the weenie mobile.
I didn't know what had brought Adam here.
That is my new favorite insult.
Operation was imperative if we were to restore safety.
Oh, by the way, I should mention, since we are, I guess, going to be sort of going back and forth on what we say about this, I am probably going to sound like I'm getting angry with the things I say, but that's just my natural tone. So don't take it to heart. Also, you cannot tell me that they're still holding your hand at this point.
They will a little bit.
A little?
Because...
Yes. Whoop.
Open fire! Except you, Samus. You just
Well,
sit there and watch.
Samus's weapons don't do anything to it.
That's because she's, fighting weakly.
Well,
And I don't mean
I don't think missiles do
EK,
anything
I mean
either.
They do.
Yeah, they do a little later when the dudes decide to use their ice weapons.
Weapons which Samus has.
Does she have the ice beam in this?
She does.
Okay, well, even then, it's still just this. No matter, regardless of any of the other games, this is a military operation, which frankly, they didn't even have to let her stay. This was just a random call on Adam's part.
Some cutscene's supposed to trigger here.
Yeah, they're expecting me
Oh, you're actually supposed to look at it.
whoosh.
This ain't good. Got more
Punched.
forces. Listen up. Freeze guns authorized.
Oh shit, Sherlock. Breathing unauthorized! Except you, Samus!
Samus, I'm authorizing missile use.
About fucking time.
Alright, here we go.
missiles will stun its eye and trigger it to do its thing.
Yeah.
Except you just need to find a good moment when you can. That's the thing that I didn't like about the whole switching from third to first person, is because you're right, the enemies were more agile, but the problem is you have to switch to a point where you are completely not agile.
You can still do the sense move while you're in first person, though.
You can, but it immediately pulls you out of it.
Well, it has to. That's just one of the things you have to manage. I honestly like the system. It's not perfect, but I think it does what it needs to do.
It's kicking your ass is what it's doing.
It is. It completely is. I will be first to admit I am terrible at this. Come on.
You saying it's still not holding your hand?
Well, it's the first boss. It's still dropping something that actually can kill you here. I mean, think about Super Metroid. They drop you into a first boss too, but you literally can't lose against it. This thing actually
you can. It's just really hard to.
The game literally has measures taken in case you can't beat it.
Oh wait, you're referring to Ridley.
Yes.
No, Ridley is a scripted fight. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, so is this. It's just, it is still able to also kill you if you don't pay attention.
That's not a scripted fight, then. A scripted fight means it has only one ending.
Okay, well, it's...
Except it can be achieved in two different ways. One, you pound Ridley enough and he accidentally drops the Metroid. Or two, Ridley pounds you enough and he just flies off.
Okay, well, whatever. Okay, fair enough.
I was referring more to, like, the first Torizo statue. That's what I count as the first boss fight. And
fair enough.
That one can kill you, and it at least gives you a decent chance with the thought in mind that you don't have much in the way of... Pardon me. You don't have much in the way of training up until that point. I mean, you have the Morph Ball.
Well, there's also that Super Metroid, you don't have as many moves that you can do. Yeah, it's still, you still have a lot, and a lot of them are complicated, but you don't really need any of them. I mean, like, you don't need to wall jump to beat the game. You don't need to be able to double bomb jump.
Actually, I believe you do. It's, no, those are just for power-ups.
Yeah. And I don't think you even need to use the Shine Spark. Speed booster, yes, but not the Shine Spark.
No, you do not.
Yes, well, yeah, those. Well, the way I look at it, I just consider those abilities like just kind of flavoring. Yeah, there's.
Shoot aside one more time.
Huh? Ah, right, of
Shoot
course.
aside one more time.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I keep like waiting for it. I'm not used to. I keep thinking that you're able to, like, jump on this guy.
You're thinking of a later boss.
Yeah. That's something also I like. There's actually a lot of... some of the bosses have multiple ways you can kill them. Hey, come here. There we go. I think you're able to use the lethal strike, as they call it, on that thing, too, but for some reason I can't seem to get it to work.
It's charging... Whenever a monster is quote-unquote felled or downed, like stunned in such a way where it needs a second to get up, you just charge and press, like, get near it.
Yeah. Okay, I keep thinking you have to, like, sense move into it. Yeah, okay.
Yes, master.